This is how I made a week's worth of TikTok content in less than 20 minutes. You might be thinking to yourself, JD, how do you do that? Well, first off, I have this content already filmed, and secondly, I'm going to be going on the in-depth tool that I use to edit my videos so quickly. That tool is CapCut. This concept is awesome for anyone out there who struggles to be consistent. I know everyone kind of struggles with it sometimes, some more than others. I even struggle with it sometimes. So it really helps with the consistency overall of being able to just edit all your photos all at once and then go back in after editing all that stuff and then just post all of your content afterward. Now, our editing tool for this video is CapCut. It's the best free video editing platform on the market. You can get it on desktop, you can get it on your smartphone, whatever device you're using, your laptop. And in this video, we're going to be diving into it, going over why it's exactly the best. Before getting into the editing stages, you're going to want to write up your concepts for your videos, so that way it makes your process quite a bit easier for overall filming. In my case, I do a lot of similar photography tutorials on my smartphone, so I kind of am going to be doing it based off that, but depending upon whatever you have going on for your type of content, you might want to write out a rough script of some sort. And with that being said, let's jump into CapCut. Now we're into CapCut here, we're just going to want to click on the new project feature, and first thing that comes up is you have your video, photos. You can select any stuff that you're going to be using, and for this one, we're just going to be using a couple pieces of content here just to showcase one of my photos here. So I am just going to go through and I'm going to find the photo concepts that I'm going to be running. Let's see here. All right, perfect. We'll click on that one and then we will click on that one too. Awesome. Perfect. And then we're just going to click on add. Now that we've got all of the footage onto our phone, we're going to be going through all of the clips. We're going to cut things down, add in all of our effects, all the cool stuff that is going to make this video what this video is going to end up being. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to go and figure out where this clip's going to start. So first thing I look for in my type of videos is I just look for that first camera shutter shot. So I'm finding that, and then I'm going a little bit before that and then just finding the spot that I want to intro at. We're going to click on that split button to cut that clip, get rid of that first part. Now that we have that done, we're just going to scroll down to the end, scroll to the end of the video, scroll. We want to wait till that photo's done right there. Click on that video, and then we're just going to click split, delete the back half because I don't need that. And with that being said, we are pretty good right there. Now, next thing that I need to do here is I need to find where this photo is taken. I need to split, and then I need to bring that previous photo back to the front. So we're just going to go like that. And then that's where that photo was taken. So I'm going to split right there. And then I am going to bring that first photo back up here. Perfect. Brought that first photo up. Now I need to shorten it a bit because 3 seconds is a bit drawn out for that. So we're going to go and put that, let's see here. I usually look for about 1.2 to about 1.5, and just a rule of thumb out there for any sort of clips or content, usually you should be doing something around every sort of clip or everything, every scene should happen every like 1 to 3 seconds. So somewhere in that range, whatever kind of fits. In this case, 1.2 seconds works pretty good there. Just kind of taking a look at that, and I like the pacing of that. It looks really good. Next thing I'm going to go over here is I'm going to go through the stickers. CapCut has tons of really cool stickers and emojis that you can be using. As you can see, they have the arrow for a bunch of different arrows, circles, X's if you need to point to a certain thing, something along those lines you can. It's got the little notification stuff. If you need to do a loading, if you need to do like a subscribe for YouTube or notification bell, you can definitely do that type of stuff. I accidentally clicked. That is not what I need. Let's see here. So with that being said, I do actually need something out of this, and I need this X here, and I like this X. So I'm just going to plop that in right there. And then I need that X to go over this photo point. So I'm just going to go there. And then I'm going to go to about the end of this and just click split, delete the back half, click on that X, and we're just going to drag that right there. It should snap right to the point where it needs to be at. Okay. Now that we have that there, we've got the sticker set. We've got this stuff set up. We have our photo in. Now what we just need to do is we just need to create a nice little animation over to that. And with that, I am actually missing a photo in here. So I'm going to be adding those photos in real quick. I'm going to just delete that one. You just click on it and then you scroll on the bottom to over to the delete and then click the plus. And then I am going to import those final photos. Because I did do a little bit of editing off screen, so I'm just going to do that. And then I have those two photos right there. Perfect. Now looking at those photos, they don't fill up the screen, and what that tells me is that I don't have the right aspect ratio. So I'm going to click off the video. After it's clicked off, scroll down on the bottom over to ratio. And then you choose 9:16 to make it perfectly sized. For short form content, 9:16 on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're going to be uploading your content at. Now that this is all set up, all I need to do is I need to shorten this back clip. I usually do this back clip for about somewhere between like 1.5 and 2 seconds. I'm going to go 1.8 because I'm going to be adding in some transitions. So let's see here. All right, perfect. I like how that looks. And then I'm going to shorten this back clip up a little bit to 2.5 seconds. All right, here. And then I heard something. I don't know if you noticed it or not, if I kept it in the sound, but there is a little sound bite from my iPhone being done taking that photo. So I'm just going to take the volume and then I'm just going to turn that down. And that's done by whatever clip you want the volume turned down. You just click on that. And then you'll go over to the volume. Obviously, just turn that down. All right, now that we have the volume down, we're going to do one of my favorite things and what I've loved to personally use CapCut for, and it's what I pay a monthly fee for as well, is just the transitions because they're awesome. Love using them. We're just going to click that little minus there, and there's so many different transitions you can use. They've got a black fade. They've got a pull-in, which is a really good one. They've got a mix, which is another really good one to use. One of their pro features, they've got a shake too. They've got a warping melt, which is a really cool transition if it wants to load. There we go. That's a really cool one. Pass through is a super cool transition. I mean, they have tons of transitions where, in my opinion, like, I really think that's a big reason for going for their pro mode, because you can get a lot of really cool features just by paying for their pro mode. So with that being said, I kind of have a pretty decent idea of what I want to do there. And I think with that, I'm going to actually choose the pull in feature because I like that one a lot. It's a clean transition, makes things nice and smooth. Next thing I'm going to be going over here is I want to add another transition to do like a clean gradient over to the preset photo. So I'm just going to click that minus again, and then I'm going to click that mix transition. And then as you can see, it goes from the original over to like the edited version, very smooth, and it's a really easy editing process. Now, the next thing I want to add in is I want to add animations. How I do that is I just click on whatever video portion I want the animation in, and then I click the button that says animation. Crazy, who would have thought it? As you can see, it's got in and outros that you can do for the animation, and it's got a combo outro, and it has the pro features as well. You can do a nice little cross shake, you can do an unfold, a cool collision, but even their free stuff has some really cool ones. They've got a fade in, they've got a rock vertical, which is one I use a lot. Shake 3 is a really popular one that I use a lot. Rock horizontal, like they've got so many cool ones. Just hop in, test them all out. For this one, I do have a specific idea already. I'm going to use this cross shake one. I really like how that looks, and I'm just going to play that. That was weird. Okay. It must have just bugged out for a second. Why is that bugging out? That's weird. I've never seen that. Never had that happen. Oh, well, that's a first. For some reason, it's keeping like one of the transitions, or it's having it go early. I think that should have fixed it. Yeah, that fixed it right there. I've never seen that. But yeah, anyways, for doing something like that, I mean, usually if anything like that happens, it's a quick fix. So I just pulled back on that. I have that all set up right there, nice and easy. The whole video, the base of the video is set up just by doing all of that. Now, let's see here. One thing I want to do to some of the video here is I'm going to click on the video and we're going to do a slight color correcting. Nothing too crazy. We don't want to make it anything insane. But I mean, I like adding this high saturation to it. And then just adding a really light version of it. As you can see, you can just click on this little slider and change it. They have all sorts of different like filters that you can be using for your videos, which makes things super cool. I'm just going to choose 31 and then I'm going to apply that to all the parts that have video. Just going down here and doing that again. That number was 31, so I'm going to do that again. And it's just to give the video a little bit more color, really. There's no other reason for doing it. I just kind of like doing that. So now that I've got that set up, I'm going to just go over a couple other features that are available in CapCut. These aren't things I'm going to be using in the video, but I just kind of want to show you. For text purposes, that's the first one I want to go over because I usually add all of my text within each platform, and I'll kind of do it that way. But for this video, I am going to end up doing it within the platform or within CapCut. So that's the last thing we're going to tackle. But for the time being, I'm going to go over some overlays. So obviously, basically what an overlay does is if you want to put another video over a video, you can do this cool feature called overlays. So if I want to take like a small section of B-roll, I'm just going to kind of take some random B-roll that I have. It isn't going to be anything specific to the video, just to kind of show an example. So I'm going to take this one here, and then I'm going to add that in. And then we're going to let that load. And once it loads, you'll be able to see exactly what happens when I add in this overlay. Perfect. Now, as you can see here with that, it just plops it right on top, but I can resize it. So if I wanted to do like a cool thing where I point to like another image or something along those lines, which very well might be a future concept here, I'll let it play out. Let me mute the audio on this one. But as you can see, I kind of put it off in the corner and there's like this, there's like an overlay. And a really cool thing, a really cool concept that I would like to do is where this intro scene happens, just point to where the other photo would be and then, or like the final photo, and then kind of showcase the final photo. So that's what overlay does. And then you have different video effects, which you can apply to your clips. You can do like an HDR effect, so it adds that. You can do like a fault freeze. I mean, these are some of the pro features, but there's so many free features that are really cool. This one's kind of a lot, in my opinion, but if you do it for a short amount of time, shouldn't be too bad. You can do like a colorful zoom, which is really cool. This is something I just recommend you go play around with. You can do a lot of cool transitions and things along those lines related to that. And then the last thing I'm going to go over here real quick is some of the text with some of the different cool animations that you can do with it. So with your text, you can simply do add text, or you can, if you're doing a voiceover, you can do auto captions. And if you have a song, you can do auto lyrics. So it automatically picks up those lyrics or picks up whatever you're saying and it places the text. Now with this, I'm not going to do all the text because you're going to get the idea after me just doing one bit of text. So I'm just going to kind of do my intro here. So I'll just click on add text there. And then after that, you can type in whatever you're going to do. For this one, I'm going to do like creative pano iPhone photo idea. We're just going to do that. And as you can see, it's stretched out and I don't want it stretched out. So we're going to make it like that. We're going to click enter. And then I just want to add the little phone emoji there. And that makes it a little too much. So I'm going to just get rid of that. And I'm just going to have it along those lines. And I like how that looks. I'm just going to click on the little edit option. After I did that, you can choose all sorts of different fonts, whichever one and style you like. Avenir Next is a favorite of mine, so I'm going to go with Avenir Next. And then I'm going to choose my style here. For this one, I mean, you have lots of different options. You've got like outline options, all sorts of different colors that you can choose. You can choose like having the text box with it. You just have so many different options. I mean, heck, you can add a glow. You can add a different background concept. You can add a shadow to that. There's so many different things to go play around with in here. But for now, I like how this looks and I like this concept. So I'm just going to kind of play around with this. And I like how that looks. I got to find the background. So on the background, you can edit the size and how much spacing there is on like the top of it. So I just want to edit some of that, make it so it has more room. So I'm just adding a bit more room to the sides and on the top, so it's got more room to breathe. And there we go. I mean, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward when it comes to editing your text. It's pretty similar to anything that you would use in, like, if you're going to use TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, one of those platforms to edit your text. But now, instead of having to do it over there, you can do it all within CapCut. As you can tell, CapCut is amazing. It's perfect for editors of all different skill sets, whether you're a beginner or an expert. That's why I love to use it, and I use it on a daily basis. If you want, I have a link down in the description to go download CapCut on your mobile device or on your desktop. And with that, this has been the process of making a week's worth of content in less than 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought. Give me your opinions. I want to hear them. That being said, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.